I'm Heyzeus, and in this video, we're going to be looking at the secret reason Valve added the Armory to CS2. This thing may seem like an innocent skin shop, but the truth is, it is actually designed to solve CS2's biggest problem, or at least the biggest problem from Valve's perspective anyway. You'll probably disagree. And in this video, we're going to explain what the Armory really does and the very insane thing Valve have achieved by adding it. Let's get into things. Now, this video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey, the trading site where you can quickly and easily trade your skins. Just log in, add your trade link, and you are good to go. All you have to do is select the items you want and hit the trade button. There's over 150,000 items to choose from, and if you use my code Heyzeus, you can get up to $5 off your first trade. And even if you're not interested in trading, the site holds free, daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways that you can enter completely for free. It's a great site. Check it out, link is in the description. So to explain why the Armory exists, we need to focus on one of the game's biggest problems, cases. What's wrong with cases? Well, let's just focus on this one here. This is a dreams and nightmares case. This case's skins are shit, 80% of its golds are shit, but the remaining 20% are awesome. Isn't that right, Heyzeus?
Oh, another one! Oh, go! I got it!
Yeah, I think Heyzeus agrees. Anyway, this 20% is more than enough to get the CS community completely turned on, and because of that, not only do we open over 4 million of them each month, but the cases sell for about $2 each. And keep in mind, Valve hands these things out for free as in-game drops each month to millions of people. Now, you may look at this and see a huge success. After all, Valve gets to make shitloads of money and the community gets to degen on a case. There's a 1 in 2,000 chance of giving them something good. But this case is actually a bit of an issue that's costing Valve millions of dollars and also actively ruining the game for millions of players. So what do I mean? Well, firstly, let's look at this case I opened. It cost me $2.50 for the key, and it cost me $2 for the case. And this is the first issue. That's $2 that I could have spent on a key, but I ended up spending on a case instead. And when you scale that to 4 million cases, that is $8 million Valve is missing out on. And then there's a second problem. If Valve isn't making that $2, then who is? Well, a lot of the time, the answer is case farmers. These are people who run massive bot networks farming cases, and in the process, they are ruining the game for millions of players, all while making money that in theory could have gone to Valve. And this is kind of shit, right? Well, it's certainly shit for Valve anyway, and that's what we're focusing on in this video. And when you look at what some of the other cases in the game are worth, you'll quickly realize that Valve are missing out on tens of millions of dollars per month. So, how does this connect to the Armory? Well, the Armory is Valve's solution to this, and intentionally or not, it's turned into a 200 IQ 8-dimensional backflip that's weaponized the situation in a way that's so insane, I think it has to be an accident. So, what do I mean? Well, look. If this was a normal AAA game, the developer solution would be simple. They would massively increase case drop rates, bring back all the old cases, and try as hard as they could to get prices back down to 3 cents each. Unlike normal AAA game devs though, Valve aren't idiots. Skins are an economy. Doing something like this would cause the market to crash and essentially wreck the entire system. People open cases because they think skins are valuable. Destroy the value of skins and they will stop opening them, and your whole little scheme here will have completely backfired. Obviously, most big games devs will destroy their games due to short-sighted greed, but Valve are different. They might not be able to make an anti-cheat, but they're smart enough not to blow up their own business model. When you make a system like skins, you have to work with it, and to work with it, Valve released the Armory. So what is it about the Armory that makes it such a game changer? Well, let's focus on the most popular thing in it, the Fever case. We're opening about 10 million of these cases each month, which is more than twice the next closest case, and these cases sell for about $1 on the Steam market. Why are we opening so many? Well, you might think it's because of the crazy knives in them, and that's obviously a factor, but it's not the main reason. The main reason is that the Armory lets us. With normal cases, you're limited by how many drops there are, and as far as we can tell, that's about 5 million per month. with the Armory, you can farm unlimited numbers, and that is how we're getting 10 million. If this case wasn't in the Armory and was just a normal drop, we'd probably be opening about 5 million per month. And instead of being worth $1, the case would be worth $4 or $5. That's about $15 million extra profit per month for Valve. Except it's actually more than that. You see the $1 this case costs on the Steam market? Well, 80 cents of that $1 has to be paid directly to Valve to get the passes to farm the cases. And do you know who's farming the cases? Well, a considerable number of these 10 million cases are being farmed by bots. And this is the part that's crazy. With the normal cases, Valve don't get anything when the accounts farm the weekly drops. But with the Fever cases, Valve are getting 80% of each Fever case these guys drop. Basically, the case farmers are working for Valve now. That's what the Armory has done. It's weaponized the case farmers so they're working for Valve, and most of the money they're making is ending up in Valve's pocket. And the great thing about this whole system is that unless you're hoping to play deathmatch or casual in the Asia region, there aren't even really any losers. The community gets a bunch of cases they love to degen on, the existing market hasn't been affected and is setting new records, and Valve are making a fortune. That's the thing about not screwing your customers. It tends to work out well for you in the long run. And I mean, the cheaters are already fucking us anyway, so why should Valve bother? Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe, massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus, thanks for watching, see ya.